The upholstery on this chair was done for me by my friend Irvine. He's a retired upholsterer. And originally he offered to help. He's ended up doing the job himself because I can't see what I'm doing. So I've got a 1/2-inch plywood seat, cut to shape. On that goes 25mm of crumb. Fairly high density, good support. So that's 25mm, an inch in old money. Then there's 1/2-inch, or that's 1/2-inch or 10mm, I can't really tell, of topper, which is a softer foam. Then there is Dacron, which is a bit like slippery cotton wool, really, and that squashes down to virtually nothing when you squeeze it, when you sit on it. And then there's the fabric over the top of that. And then for the back, we've got the plywood back panel, and then a much firmer foam. That's 15mm. That's really quite very nice against the back, and again the fabric on top of that. And this is the first fitting. Now, does that look good? Or does that look good? I'm very pleased with the end result. I'm very pleased with the end result. A couple of them have got a wobble on them. 4 of them are perfect. One's nearly there. And one's got a bit, about 8mm or so, which I've got to sort out. But there's a generous height in this. I'm a lot shorter than I was when I made my other chairs. I've lost 2 inches in height in those 25 years. And so the chair seems a little bit on the high side now. These are even higher, not by much, but when you put the two together, you can see that this is actually a bit higher. So I've got enough capacity, enough spare at the bottom to be able to cut off, well, I could cut off 1/2 inch if I wanted. I probably won't do that, maybe 10mm. And then that way I'll get them all sitting nicely. And the shape of the legs is such that you won't notice that difference, especially if I do half on 2 opposite corners where it needs it. So there we are. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. It's been a long journey. It's been especially the last few weeks as my eyesight's deteriorated. But I'm very pleased with the end result. And I don't know when I'll be able to do woodwork again. I can do hardly anything at the moment. So it'll be a few months, I think, rather than, it's certainly not going to be just a couple of weeks. But I have every confidence in the fantastic people at Queen's in Nottingham. They've fixed me up before, and I know they're going to fix me up again. So I'll be back. If I were to make these chairs again, there are only a couple of things that I would change. I do like these long horns at the top, but sometimes I look at them and I think they're a bit too long, a bit too in your face, not terribly subtle. So I am contemplating shortening them by about 1 inch or so. The trouble is, of course, I only get one shot at that, because once I've taken one off, I can't put it back on again. So I'm considering doing that. And the other thing that I would change, which I did intend to do actually, was to give these chairs a waterfall front. And the only reason that's not happened is that I forgot to tell Irvine that that's what I wanted until it was too late. But apart from that, I'm really pleased the way they've come out. They're comfortable, they've got excellent back support, and I think they look beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, of course, but they're my chairs and I like them. It's just about 12 months since I finished these chairs. And the only reason it's taken me until now to finish the editing is that I lost the SD cards with all the footage on. I was moving house and I remember thinking, I mustn't lose these cards. They've got very valuable information on them. I'll put them in a safe place. And it took me 10 months to find, by accident, where that safe place was. So that's why there's been the delay. But something else has happened in that 12 months as well. Look, no funny glasses. A couple of weeks after I finished this project, I had a cornea graft in this eye. It was the second one.
And as a result, I have got my vision back. Not completely, it's not perfect, never has been and it never will be. But I can see well enough, I can wear my contact lenses and I can see well enough to drive. And even when I can't wear my contact lenses, even though I can't drive, I've got some useful vision. I can wander around the house without bumping into things and knocking stuff over. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Which leads me to my final plea. If you've not done so already, will you please consider donating your corneas when you die? It won't hurt you. You won't know anything about it. But that final act of generosity will transform the lives of two people, total strangers, but people just like me. Until that day comes, enjoy your workshop. Au revoir.